All right, today we're launching a brand new product right here on this program. It's called Linxs, and its creator says it's the world's smartest mobile router and sensor hub. Get all the details and find out if you agree right after this short message. All right, welcome back, everybody. My name is Claus Hetting, and I'm the host of Wi-Fi Now TV. And this, of course, is the interview program that brings you all the great stories and not least all the great people from across the Wi-Fi industry. So today, my good friend and serial entrepreneur, Jerry Pollitt, is on the program to present his latest product. It's called Linxs, and it brings together Wi-Fi, LTE, IoT, sensors, security, much more, you name it, into a type of connectivity solution that I, for one, have not seen before. So we're excited about that, and this is some serious innovation. And we're going to get to Jerry Pollitt in just a moment. We're going to pick his brains about the Linxs. Meanwhile, don't forget that Wi-Fi Now, the event is going to the spectacular city of Cape Town, South Africa, next week, Tuesday. And if you're really, really quick, you can still make it. We've got great emerging markets program, of course, lined up, including all the regional Wi-Fi service provider leaders, including Vast, Liquid, Fastnet. Google's going to be there. And for the first time in Africa, as far as we know, the Wi-Fi Alliance will be there, and lots of others, of course. So go to wifinowevents.com/Africa to check it out and register today. And if you have any questions, drop me a line at claus@wifinowevents.com. Always happy to hear from you viewers out there. So my guest today is CEO and founder of Belgium-based technology incubator Tinxs, and he is also the man behind the Linxs router product that we're launching today right here on this program. I think it's the first time we've actually had a product launch in this program. His name, of course, is Jerry Pollitt. Jerry, welcome to Wi-Fi Now TV. Really good to see you again.
Same for me, Klaus. And you should, by the way, change your T-shirt.
To what?
It says Hawaii, but you're in Cape Town next week.
Cape Town, yeah. I gotta get I'm gonna get myself a proper T-shirt from South Africa that I'll wear all through the rest of the season, I promise. Okay. So Jerry, you actually just did the Linxs product launch yesterday, I think, right? So we're gonna launch it even a little more officially here on the program today. So just take us through, give us the 1-minute introduction. Maybe not so much to Linxs. We'll get to that in a second. But to your company, Tinxs, which is a tech incubator of sorts, right?
Yeah, correct. We have two kind of services. We have IoT. We help big companies implement their IoT strategy. And just to give you one example, for a large Belgian bank, we help them with tracking and tracing of lease bikes. So it's really about IoT, Internet of Things, LoRa, Sigfox, narrowband IoT, these kind of things. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, still the majority of our revenues come from guest Wi-Fi under the Zapfi brand name.
Mm-hmm. Right. So we're going to talk about the Linxs now, but just take us through this super interesting story about how you got the idea for the Linxs mobile router and sensor hub, and we're going to show some pictures of it a little bit later, but just take us through the process that you went through.
We were actually in a very lucky position because of these two, let's say, directions of the company. On one side, IoT, on the other side, guest Wi-Fi. And more and more of our customers in the guest Wi-Fi part of our business were asking for small mobile routers doing 4G Wi-Fi. And also IoT stuff. So they wanted to bundle that with sensors to measure air quality, location, speeds, you name it. And so we did a little bit of an investigation in the market, what was out there. And we quickly figured out that then when it comes to this kind of hardware, you can see two types of devices. On one side, the left, you have the Wi-Fi devices. You know them, the cheap, inexpensive Wi-Fi 4G routers from companies like Huawei, TP-Link, ZTE, etc. Mm-hmm. And on the other hand, you had the more expensive stuff, not portable, from companies like Novatel, Sierra Wireless, also Huawei again, but nothing in the middle. There was no device, small portable, with all the features and capabilities of the more expensive mobile routers. And on top of that, with the capabilities to sense the environment.
All right, very good. So I want you to explain us a little bit more about the Linxs unit and its fundamental killer functionality, so to speak, its fundamental value proposition. And while you do that, I think we have a couple of pictures of it that we can throw up, that Kyle is going to throw up, our producer is going to throw up while you talk. So first of all, it looks super attractive, but below the hood there's a lot of functionality, right?
We had 4 challenges. The first challenge is when it comes to a mobile router, we wanted it to have all the latest technologies. And we are both Wi-Fi lovers, so we wanted things like dual band, dual radio with the latest standards like AC. On top of that, we wanted to have Ethernet, we wanted to have LTE, 4G, we wanted to have Bluetooth. So that was the first challenge, to put that everything together in a small device. The second challenge, of course, was to do all the sensing stuff. Like we wanted to measure things like temperature, humidity, movement, air quality, GPS location, etc. So that was the second challenge. The third challenge was to have a device that, as a company, you can remotely manage and monitor. And then the fourth challenge was really to have something sexy. I said to the developers, you know what, take a look at the iPhone, that's what I want, but in a kind of a Wi-Fi access point. In the beginning, they thought I was crazy. Maybe I'm a bit crazy. But
Very good. Very good. So yeah, so the point is, it's not just at least I think the point is, it's not just a small, compact, very nicely designed piece of hardware. There's also a service management platform behind it with security, with, for example, a Wi-Fi service management portal, including a portal that you can use, for example, for guest Wi-Fi. So there's multiple sort of dimensions of functionality here, right? So what is the target market for this? Do you want to say something about that, Jerry?
I will give you a very good example, but before giving you the example, if you take a look at our website, we are targeting currently 4 markets. The one is enterprise. It's about giving teleworkers access to the corporate network using all their Wi-Fi devices over LTE. That's a big challenge to do that. We know things like EEP, PIP, etc., but you want to tunnel that over the public internet to people working at home. The second target market, it's what we call customers. It's point of sales, putting guest Wi-Fi around it, and at the same time measuring certain parameters like how many people are at that location, what's the noise level of that location, etc. The third target market is what we call vehicles. So it can be taxi companies where you make, let's take as an example Uber, who said, okay, we would like to offer people in the car free Wi-Fi, but at the same time they would like to measure how the drivers are driving the car, they're not accelerating too fast, etc. So that's the third target market. And then the fourth one is really link your machines. Think about ATM machines, vending machines, where you want to offer guest Wi-Fi, but at the same time also measure certain parameters. The first actual market we are targeting, and we launched this campaign today, is to owners of yachts, of small boats. So a lot of people have boats. Of course, when you're aboard of the boat, you would like to have Wi-Fi access in a secure way. But at the same time, when you're not at your boat, you want to be able to monitor the boat. Where is it? Has somebody stolen your boat and sailing away with it? What's the temperature aboard on the boat? Because in Europe it can be cold in the winter, so people put heaters in the boats. Yeah, when the electricity fails, some things can go broke. When people are climbing aboard the boat and they're not allowed to be there. You have to be able to measure it. So these type of things. So just as an example.
Yeah, there's a very, very good use cases. Let's talk about a little bit more about the IoT and sensors, because I'm just reading from the spec here, and I think you mentioned some of this already, but it's packed with a lot of sensors here. GPS, temperature sensor, gyroscope, sensors for proximity, air quality, humidity, light, noise. There's a lot of stuff going on in that one compact hardware unit. So you mentioned some of the examples. Do you think, we talk a lot about smart cities and so on. It should be an obvious candidate for target market for your product as well, right?
Yeah, correct. As I said before, we got customers asking us for questions, and one of the first big customers, I cannot mention the name, but it's a big public outdoor advertising company. They did advertisements in bus shelters, and they wanted to bring the advertisements which you see on, for instance, a panel, also to the smartphone of people waiting on the bus. But at the same time, they said, you know what, we are getting this space for free from the cities, because our business model is that we provide nice bus shelters to the cities, but in return, we have to make sure that people are, that they have no rain, etc. And we can put advertisements there. We would like to bring these advertisements also to the waiting people, but at the same time, we would like to offer the city extra services. So we are thinking about offering, for instance, things like, Wi-Fi scanning how many people are passing by, where are they coming from. Also things like air quality, what's the noise level, these kind of things.
Mm-hmm. So and right now right. And right now, I was just going to say, there is no other such product on the market, right? At least I've not seen anything you can do all that.
I'm not at the office right now. Otherwise, I would open the closet and I can show you. We have a closet maybe full of, I think, somewhere between 30 and 50 different kind of devices we tested. Nothing came close. So we really were obliged to develop something ourselves.
Absolutely, and just hearing you talk about this, a mind-boggling number of use cases come to my mind, to be honest with you. So, and I hope that's a good sign. But
me too, because I have never been in the hardware business before, and we just started developing this out of necessity to help our customers.
Yeah, but I also just want to highlight, by the way, that the guest Wi-Fi experience, right, can definitely be provided by this unit as well. So it has many dimensions to it. And the whole back end to, as I mentioned before, the whole back end to that, the service management part is also included as software as a service, presumably, right, from you, right?
So if you look at the business model, because that's the question you're asking, we have 4 different revenue streams. Mm-hmm. And we are going to work with OEMs, and maybe they will decide to do some of the revenue streams themselves, and we don't have any problem with that. So the first revenue stream is, okay, selling the hardware. But you have seen the pricing of the device. We are going to sell it initially at $299. It's really cheap. It's really cheap, and we know the cost of the production and the cost of development. It's really cheap. The second revenue stream is the guest Wi-Fi port. So I think I told you, but we teamed for that with our Swedish friends of Aptilo. Why Aptilo? I think when it comes to carrier Wi-Fi, they are a very good, stable company with a fantastic solution. So that's the second revenue stream. So people can buy the hardware. If they would like to have guest Wi-Fi, they can either build it themselves or they can opt for the Aptilo service. The third thing is the IoT part. So again, they can decide to capture all the data themselves and put it in their own backend big data machine. Or they can say, you know what, you can do that first. And then the fourth revenue stream is related to 4G prepaid data. Because if you want to have, if you want to place it aboard on a boat, for instance, all the traffic has to be sent to the platform. So there's some costs.
Amazing, fantastic. So I need to ask you this, and I think you maybe touched on it already. You launched the product yesterday. And of course, we're doing the follow-up interview today. And what is your plan to take this to market? Are you looking for reseller partners, or how you want to do this?
Yeah, it's really a B2B product. So we don't think it's a consumer product, it's really B2B. And the plan there is really to work with resellers and distributors.
Mm-hmm.
So right now we are selling it at a very low price. Why? Because we have to ramp up production. And as a small company, yeah, you have to pre-invest in that. So we said to people, if you want it, you can buy it now quite cheap. The price will increase by 30 to 40% the coming months. Why? Because at the end, we want to give the channel also some margin there.
Right. So right now you're actually selling it for, the introductory offer is 300 euros.
300 euros, VAT inclusive.
VAT included.
How many can I sell you?
Hey, sir, come again?
How many can I sell to you?
I'll take a batch of those. I need to try it out at least. You got to send me at least a sample.
I'll give you one for free just to try it out.
Okay. Great stuff. Jerry, it's really, really good to have you here. And I just want to say also to the viewers out there, I think the URL is Linxs, it's spelled linxs.io, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the all information is there, and there's brochures. You can have a look at the unit. It's very attractive. I think we managed to get a couple of pictures of it up while we were talking, and everybody listening, you should definitely go to the website and check it out, all the details. It's really impressive. Jerry, thank you so much for coming on, and I wish you tons of luck with the launch and with the product, and congratulations to you. You did an amazing job getting this to market. All right.
Thank you very much to be on your show. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you, Claus.
You're welcome. See you soon, Jerry. Thank you. All right, that's it for this week's show. Thanks to Jerry Pollitt from Tinxs for joining us. Next week I'm off because we are going to be in Cape Town for the Wi-Fi Now Africa event, but we'll be back after that with another great guest from the world of Wi-Fi. That's it for now. Tune in again next time, and thank you for watching.
Wi-Fi Now is a production of RCR TV News. To suggest a show topic or to learn more about Wi-Fi Now events, you can reach Claus Hetting at klaus@hettingconsulting.com. To find out more about Wi-Fi Now and all things wireless, visit rcrwireless.com.